Okay, so hello.
Awesome.
Oh, go ahead, Ariel.
No, I'm saying, well, I mean, if we have anybody online at the moment, then welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay, so hello, everybody. It's Amy Kenigsberg from K2 Global Communications and Ariel Levin from Soul Marketing. And I've got my partner, Larry Kenigsberg, behind me. And we're going live now, but we're going to wait and do all the intros again once we see that people are logged in and live.
Welcome, everyone. We got 21 people online, 22, 23, 24 soon. So thank you for making it on time. We'll try to start as soon as possible. And thank you, Amy, for the opportunity and for inviting me today.
No problem whatsoever. I'm looking forward to getting started, introducing everybody to the good, bad, and ugly of ChatGPT and how we can use it and still demonstrate our value to the market as marketers, to our organizations and customers and clients and the market. We'll
Yeah.
be going through the presentation. If people have questions, Ariel, can you explain how questions work?
So what I'll do is I'll moderate the questions on LinkedIn, and I will read them over to you, and you can answer them. So
Terrific.
if you have any questions, you can just comment on the comment of the event, comment under the post. Let me see. So you can just comment on the right hand side, I believe, or under if you're using mobile, and that's great. So we have 32 people online. Um, if for some reason you have to leave early, please, and you want to see the recording, Amy has made the arrangement to have the recording available. So just email her or leave your details at k2-gc.com, and somebody's going to get back to you and give you the recording. So, but do try and stay as long as possible. Um, I'm happy to say a lot of the content today is going to be super useful. I'm using ChatGPT myself very successfully. It's been saving us a lot of money, a lot of time, and also speed of output, the speed of doing things is really increased for us. So that's so crucial today. Um, so we got 33 people so far. That's excellent. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and we can start then. If you want to maybe write in the chat where you're connecting from today and what you do and whatever else you want to add, that would be great.
Oh,
We
wow.
got
Steve Miller
yep.
is here from Seattle. Thanks for getting up so early. We appreciate that. So thank you, Steve. I can. Um, so, Catherine, great. Welcome. Oh, greetings from Paris. Oh, how exciting. We're really, it's an international trip today. Thank you so much. Oh, and Ariella, wow, from Tel Aviv. Nice. We've got local, we've got near, we've got far, we've got people awake, people asleep. Oh, Mumbai, India. Wow, we've got a really nice group of people from all over the world. Thank you so much for making the time. We'll start in another minute or two just to get some language. Wow, Singapore. This is really a great experience for me getting to talk to everybody all around the world. Oh, the
Yes.
Netherlands, Israel, Dallas, Tel
Yay.
Aviv, Puerto Rico. Wow. Thanks everybody for being here today. Oh, Switzerland. Guys, do you guys really make me want to go on vacation and visit all of you? Hiking in the mountains. Oh, Lebanon,
Nice. Oh,
Poland. Wow. So should we get started, Ariel?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, let's respect everybody who made it on time and get started. So
Great.
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Amy Kenigsberg from K2 Global Communications. We are a marketing, content, PR, social media, and inbound marketing company. We've been in business for 17 years. We've got clients from all over the world, mainly high tech, B2B, different aspects of technology, cybersecurity, data storage, agriculture, genetics, genomics, etc. I've got my partner, Larry Kenigsberg, behind me. Larry's going to pop over and wave in a minute. And okay, wave hello, Larry. Say hi.
Hello.
So Larry's going to be in the background giving me some prompts in case there's something I forget to discuss. And with us today is Ariel Levin, CEO and founder of Soul Marketing. We've been working with Ariel now for probably about 4 or 5 years as an outsourced SDR and LinkedIn and email marketing expert, he and his team. And I guess we'll get started. So first of all, thank you everybody from being here. This was really terrific. Just some background about K2. Again, we've been doing this for many years. We've helped clients get acquired. We've been working with more than 250 companies around the world for quite a while. And for some reason, my presentation has decided it's going to go off the rails today. So I apologize. I don't know exactly what happened here. Okay, so what language, again, it's evolving and changing, and slang that we had 20 years ago is different from slang now. But I just want to kind of point out the beauty of language, to be or not to be. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God chose, I shall but love thee better after death. Courage is grace under pressure. We've got Shakespeare, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Hemingway, and then here's ChatGPT when I asked it to write something poetic. The world is a symphony of light and shadow, melody and silence, love and lost, which kind of reads like the terrible poetry I used to write when I was a teenager. So it's very good at angst. Basically, AI is really great. It provides a quick launch pad for general content creation, helps you alleviate writer's block, and helps you create general interest material. It can help us avoid writer's block. Sometimes just staring at a blank screen, a blank piece of paper is just very difficult. And with ChatGPT, you can get things sort of kicked off and get some ideas. You can do it for rote tasks like creating new product press releases. So-and-so company has launched this. You just put in, we've got this new product. This is what it does, and write us a press release. It can handle smaller tasks that prevent us from focusing on the big picture. So if you need to write a couple of short social media posts, you just plug in what you want to cover. It can also break down longer pieces of content where you teach it, this is a white paper. Can you break it down into some articles? Can you break it down into some blogs, etc.? And it can also increase our productivity because it can work a lot more quickly than we can. However, things are not all as they're cracked up to be in ChatGPT land. Whoops. First of all, the facts may be wrong. It doesn't pull data after 2021. And the way the world is evolving, things can change very, very quickly. There are potential copyright and plagiarism issues while it purports to rewrite everything so there's no, quote, stolen content. The material that it was trained on, we don't know if it's going to slip through. Also, unless you ask specifically, it does not, it doesn't cite sources. And also, we don't know how Google, et cetera, is going to change things because the SEO algorithms may be taught to recognize AI generated text and ignore it. And then this is kind of my perspective on working with ChatGPT. It's clean, but it can be boring. It's good enough. If we're all using it, the art of writing is going to be lost. In addition, people may start to assume that AI wrote any of the texts, which may lead to some veracity and credibility issues. And if you're working on behalf of an organization, it can definitely affect your reputation. Also, people who don't have insights into the subject matter or good writing suddenly believe they can write, and false assumptions can lead to chaos. Also, if your query leads to an error by ChatGPT and you miss it, it's your reputation. When, because of the issue with the facts, you really need to review everything to make sure it is correct. And again, to demonstrate our value as human beings as part of this process, only you can build relationships and analyze and implement strategies. You need to go beyond the trite. Every blog that's written for us has contained something similar to the X of X has changed dramatically in recent years, or in today's fast-paced business world. A cliche is a cliche is a cliche, no matter who's written it. Also, we've all faced game-changing tools before. Remember how we used to send our own emails, and now with marketing automation and workflows, we're saving time there. In addition, ChatGPT can only do what you tell it to do. Thank goodness, yet it doesn't think independently. Remember garbage in and garbage out. And really, it's just another tool in our arsenal to get the job done. We've adapted to tools before, and this is yet another one. So to start off kind of our interactions with ChatGPT, because you can ask it to write in any format. So give us pros and cons in a table about content writing that GPT versus a real person. So what they gave us is having to make my screen a bit larger so I can read my own slide. And that didn't seem to work. So let's go into the presentation itself. Sorry about this, gang. Okay, so according to ChatGPT, it's consistent quality content every time, which can save types and resources. Consistent, in my experience with GPT, also can mean boring. It says our quality may vary depending on our expertise, experience, and mood, but we can
Amy,
put
one
emotion.
second. Did you
Sure.
actually use ChatGPT to create this? So you've consulted with it.
Yes, I consulted with
Awesome.
ChatGPT, and
Wow.
ChatGPT wrote these.
And
And
how
so
did you get it to organize it in a table?
I basically just said, give me the pros and cons of ChatGPT versus a human being in a table, because you can ask it to
Wow.
do any format. It takes what you give it, and then it spits it back with its opinions and its input. So it's saying that GPT can produce content much faster, which I do agree with, but ChatGPT also says, which I agree with, the work may be more thoughtful, creative, and nuanced when a human being writes it.
Yeah.
They're also saying ChatGPT says it's more objective and doesn't have biases or personal preferences, which actually I do, because the material that it's learned from may be biased or may be based on people's personal preferences. So in those cases, it can't differentiate between facts and fiction. And that is one of the more worrying matters of ChatGPT. Let's see, what else does ChatGPT say? It may be less expensive. And yes, it's going to be less expensive unless you still need someone to review it. You need to make sure it's correct, that it goes with the messaging in the company. And yes, it's available 24/7. But with the way employers are putting demands on people, some of us are also available 24/7. Okay. That being said, tech like ChatGPT is the future, and we all must learn to adapt. In addition, here is a shout out to all the other companies who have amazing engineers sitting in their living rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, etc., doing coding, or even an office. There's Copy AI. There's ChatSonic. There's GPT-3. There's UChat. There's Niches. And of course, there's Bard, which is Google's version, which is still to be determined. Okay, again, I don't know why this freaked out. So maximizing the value of your AI content. You want to take a strategic approach. You want to build your content strategy with a goal and a purpose in the channels. You want to clearly define, this is basically marketing 101. There's nothing here that a marketer doesn't know. But, again, it's showing your value beyond ChatGPT. Fully understand your personas, planning your contact, and of course, combining thought leadership with your corporate focus. Okay, now we're going directly into ChatGPT itself, streamlining your work with prompts. So you want to be as clear, as concise as possible. You also want to choose topic areas that you're familiar with, so you can fact check everything. Again, you've got to take its facts with a grain of salt. Okay. So actually, I guess I should have had this in the earlier section. So I ask ChatGPT to write something funny, but that gives marketers reassurance that ChatGPT will not replace them. So what ChatGPT came back with was, why did the marketer refuse to play chess with ChatGPT? Because they were afraid they would get checkmated by an algorithm. And then ChatGPT says, well, I may be able to assist with certain tasks. There will always be a need for human creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence in marketing. So marketers rest assured that ChatGPT is here to help, not replace you. So one of the things we've been doing is testing ChatGPT with things we already know. So for example, we sell marketing, inbound content, PR, and social media services. Who are our ideal customers? And it came back with, who our ideal customers are: businesses, organizations that require our services. Nothing really outstanding here that we couldn't have thought up in about 2 minutes ourselves. Again, what benefits would our customers receive from our services? And the benefits: brand awareness, online presence, better engagement, higher conversion rates, guidance and support. The job titles: what are our customers' titles do they have? CEO, marketing director, comms director, digital marketing manager, content manager, social media. And then the pain points. Again, it's all marketing 101. Unless you're entering a completely new market, we would hope that you're already familiar with some of your customers' pain points. Also, again, ChatGPT, you can ask it to do in any kind of version. So here we asked for the pain points in a table version. This makes it easier to share the material if you need to present to your team or to anybody externally. Again, ChatGPT lets you do different formats. So we asked for a mind map on creating an effective marketing campaign. So hopefully you can see this clearly. It's the objectives, the audience, the messaging, the channels, the tactics, the budget, and the metrics. So again, this is standard marketing 101. Okay, and we asked for a timeline to roll out a marketing campaign, and it provided us with a table, not a table, just the list. But then we asked to make it more useful, so we asked for it in a Gantt chart. Hopefully you can see that. It's very, because of the ChatGPT user interface, it's still very ugly, but at some point it will get prettier. And here it's got the different tasks and the start dates and end dates with the timeline. So this actually is something very useful that you can do with ChatGPT. If you want to run a campaign, you can put in the start dates and the end dates of the campaign, and it'll give you the different tasks and the timelines. And this will help your planning make planning a little easier when you're trying to do real world planning. Here's a prompt for one of the things we talk about at K2 is getting the right customers with the right message at the right time with the right channel. And so the role-based topics is an idea to get some different ideas that our key target audience would be interested in hearing about, branding, marketing strategy, digital marketing, customer experience, etc. And then we ask them to give us general blog topics. One of the things we focus on here at K2 is Ginny Dietrich's PESO model, paid, earned, shared, and owned. And so we wanted general blog topics that cover those areas. Um, how to boost your sales pipeline with account-based marketing, which is another area of our focus, why PR is crucial for lead generation, social media, how inbound marketing and account-based marketing work together. So it's a matter of, combining the different ideas into unified system, unified content campaigns. One of the things that we found kind of helpful was non-traditional topic ideas, because sometimes we all get very stuck in our own channel and our own frame of reference. And so asking for something that's completely new and different and see where it takes it. So for example, voice search optimization. I know my kids don't type anymore. All they do is speak into their phones to look for things. Augmented reality and virtual reality are very big. Neuromarketing, the more we learn about the brain, the more scary things become, but it's still going to be something that is going to be happening. Customer retention, employee advocacy programs, cross-cultural marketing, content distribution strategies. So some of these are tried and true, but some of these, are definitely a new way to go. So one of the areas right now, especially as a reaction to ChatGPT, which can create general content, only you know what your product is, only you understand how your product relates to your market. So we asked here for a blog outline on sales enablement content. So this gave us a general outline on putting together what should be included in a sales enablement content blog. It gave us, much more information, and we can run with this, or we asked ChatGPT to write a blog based on this outline. Now, one thing we discovered is you do need to put in length, because otherwise it generally writes in snippets of, let's say, less than 300 words. So if you actually want more intensive content, you'll need to teach it to do that.
Yeah, well, you can actually say in different prompts, can you write part one for that matter, or and then when he finishes that, can you write part two and make it 300 words? Can you write part three and make it 500 words, etc., etc. And then you can also ask for meta description for SEO, tags for SEO, and other things as well. So you can really speed things up pretty well. What I do when I use it for writing is because I'm not a native speaker, uh, I use at least Grammarly to check the results, and then I use Hemingway app as well, just because the writing is not the sharpest. I mean, data wise, it's fine, but it's not the sharpest. So it's always good to have another eye, albeit electronic eye, check the output.
Exactly. And that's where human beings come in, because we do have years of experience of reading and writing. So we can definitely go in and say, this is good, this is bad, this is trite. Again, the in today's business world appears a lot in the ChatGPT material, and you really need to go through and pull out all the cliches and all the, as we put it, the blah, blah. You need to make sure that whatever you write, I mean, not just ChatGPT writing, but whatever you write is clear and concise and consistent. Um, okay, so one of the things that ChatGPT doesn't do unless you tell it is to create a headline. So we asked for it to give us a catchy headline for that blog outline. So one of the things is, stop pitching and start selling, how to create sales enablement content that doesn't suck. Now, that is not appropriate for all organizations, but for others. Content is king, but sales enablement content is the emperor. How to rule your sales process. I wouldn't say a lot of these are funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that ChatGPT has a sense of humor yet. I'm sure it's coming. So these are more like, okay, we're going to try here, but funny is not really there. You can use
Yeah.
ChatGPT. Oh, go ahead, Ariel.
No, I'm saying that you can. I mean, because it scanned a lot of publications, you can use it to write. If you need headlines, you can ask it to write a Washington Post style headline or the Onion style headline. And so you can use, I guess, different styles. Humor, not the strongest suit, but it can mimic styles that it knows from publication that it read.
Got it. Okay, so again, ChatGPT can let you do all sorts of different types of marketing. So, for example, email marketing. So this we asked for 3 specific emails about using ChatGPT in a marketing campaign. So here are 3 separate emails that you can use, and then of course a press release. Where we've just hired Susie, and this is her background, and this is what she'll be doing. And then it created a generic press release. Now, when we work with press releases like this, we basically
Yeah.
tell people these are SEO focused press releases. No one is going to care about this sort of news. So when you're using ChatGPT for directors, it's just a really good idea. Let's just get this out and post it on the website. If it's a press release that actually is going to have meat and has news in it and real information, then you might want to step back and actually write it as a human. But if it's just a generic, we hired this person, or we have a new version of this product and this is what this product does, then the press release writing here is quite adequate. Okay, so here, this is kind of breaking up what Ariel said about going more in depth on your content. So for example, we taught it some blogs that we wrote. Please learn the text of this blog and remember it is blog 1, and we provided the link. Then we asked it to learn the text of blog 2 and remember it is blog 2. And then, based on the text and ideas in blog 1 and 2, please write a third blog that focuses on the practical value of sales enablement content and how it can be used to drive sales.
Yeah,
So then
and to that I would add, probably, if I was to do that, um, I would say, after it did that, I would ask it to create a Twitter thread out of it, and also maybe a LinkedIn post, or a social media post, a general one, um, and even maybe a video script. So all of a sudden, I can use that information and create a lot more content from one piece. Um, so and ChatGPT can do all that, and it can do all that in one prompt. Based on the previous article you just wrote, can you please create a social media post that promotes it, Twitter thread based on it, and a video script, and a 1 minute video script that introduces it. So you can have all those things lead back into your blog as well, and you can repurpose a lot of content like that just using ChatGPT.
Thank you, Ariel, for the addition. So yeah, here's the blog results 3. Okay, so then yeah, here's promoting the blog with social media. All right. So we asked it to create a social media campaign that would promote the 3 blogs, the campaign, the objective, the target audiences, the different campaign elements that we should include, etc. One of the things, again, you need to be aware of with ChatGPT is the timeliness and credibility. I asked it exactly the same question, and the first time I asked for, can you give me the newest statistics that relate to the current state of marketing and give me links to the sources? It said, sure, here are some of the newest statistics on the current state of marketing along with their sources. It gave me the sources, but not the links. And then when I asked again, I changed the question slightly. What are the latest trends in marketing and communications? And this time it said, as my knowledge cutoff is September 2021, some of the latest trends in marketing and communications include. So sometimes it'll tell you that it knows and sometimes it won't. So again, you need to take any of the data coming through here with a grain of salt. Ariel, those are pretty much all of my prompts before I go into how people should use the content. Do you have any other things you want to add or pop in on ChatGPT itself?
I would just add that uh, we need to understand it or remember that this is a chat interface. So every time I have a query, I would open a new chat. But as long as I'm using the same information, I would stay in that specific chat. So and that would allow me to develop the conversation. So if I'm not happy with the result, I can ask, can you present it to me in slides? Can you present it to me as the table? Can you expand on this? Can you make this shorter? So, for example, I have a client in the tourism industry, and they're one of the few clients that we create content for. So I would say, give me um, 10 ideas for posts about is no, I would feed it all the website information about that company, and then I would ask for I would ask uh, 20 post ideas for social media, and it would give me the ideas. I would send them to my client. My client would choose free, and then I would go back to ChatGPT and I say, can you please create a long post and a short post for number 1, for number 3, and for number 7 for that example. So we are chatting with some sort of a something. So don't um, don't give up if the first result that you get is not adequate, because ultimately when you know how to speak to it and develop it, you can really get more and more out of it. I have quite a few resources on ChatGPT as well, so you're welcome to check them out. But this presentation that you put up and is available and can be available afterwards is pretty comprehensive as well. So I'm done.
Okay. Okay, great. So again, next steps for your content. Review everything ChatGPT has created with a critical eye. Ensure the end results really represent your messages. Only you know your company and your product. So make sure you revise the content appropriately to reflect your company's narrative, its story, its personality. And ChatGPT can accelerate your timeline, but don't let it replace your creativity. That is our gift that it sorely lacks. So marketing in the post ChatGPT world, increase your focus on corporate data. And what we mean by that is any information, especially if you're selling software, that you can collect and aggregate based on your technology that becomes general news and information that only you possess. That's where you would create reports and social posts. And yes, you can put your data into ChatGPT, but do be aware that ChatGPT is learning from everything and your data can then be integrated. So do be wary of what you are pasting in, no proprietary data, no, personally identifiable information, etc. Also focus on sales enablement content, highly specialized content and spreadsheets that demonstrate your value. Let's say you're a security product and you're going to replace 3, 4, or 5 other products. ChatGPT isn't going to know this. So that's where you would, do your own spreadsheet, get your own sales enablement material. Account-based marketing, customized and personalized content. So in this case, yes, you can have ChatGPT do some general outlines. I need to send an email to a DevOps engineer. What information should I include? Whoops, I forgot to turn my ring off. Sorry about that. Turn my phone off. Um, so that would, you want to make sure that when you're doing account-based marketing, that you're focusing on personalizing what ChatGPT has done the initial outline for. And then again, product marketing, nobody knows your product better than you. Just a little plug for K2, our marketing services for ChatGPT and beyond. We do A to Z comms management and tactical services, messaging, inbound and content, PR, social media, email marketing, and event support. And thank you. And Ariel, it looks like we do have some questions. So let me go
Great.
through. So we've got a question from Catherine Lane, who wants to know if you can do market research. Which influencers persona A is likely to follow on TikTok, or what issues are persona B concerned about? Your question is yes and no. Persona A, which influencers persona A is likely to follow on TikTok? ChatGPT only knows that as of 2021. So those influencers may not be active at this point. And then what issues are persona B concerned about? Those, again, may be industry specific. If persona B is in financial services and they're worried about crypto, but again, it's worries about crypto from 2 years ago, not worries now. So you can have general issues that you can research, but anything very specific is going to be missing.
I would add to
Um,
that with the launch of ChatGPT combined with Bing, then you would be able to get this information. I haven't been able to access that as of yet, but soon enough you will be able to raise that query. You might also want to use a Chrome extension called Web ChatGPT or Web GPT or something like that, or Web ChatGPT, which gives you up-to-date information. You need to test that as well and do that. But you can do some market research with it. Just know that currently, if you're not using Bing with ChatGPT, the results might not be so up to date. Yeah.
we've got another question.
Alessandro, you asked whether you can shoot the video. The video is actually going to live on LinkedIn forever. So if you have this link, you can see it on LinkedIn. And if you want to email Amy as well, go to k2gc.com, k2-gc.com. Just send the contact us form there and you'll be able to get it. Sarit, you're asking whether you can extract the responses to a document. There's probably third-party tools that you can extract them with. But other than that, not with ChatGPT, no.
Catherine Geronimi, sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. We'll see the creation of a new style of job like prompt creator. Actually, there was an article about that the other day. I don't remember which newspaper it was in. But basically, yeah, they're training engineers to talk to the AI to teach it to speak more like a human being. So yeah, so things are changing very quickly. Um, and the speed of technology and the way it's changing our lives is accelerating ever faster. So 10 years from now, we're going to look back on this time and think, wow, we were all such babies and this was so nascent. And, things are changing quickly and we all have to keep up. So, thus this seminar. So, I don't see any other questions. So, Ariel, should we wrap it up?
Let me just check from my end if there are no questions. No, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Hopefully, we can do another one of these. If you have any questions of Amy, you can find her at Amy Kenigsberg online on LinkedIn or K2-GC, K2-GC.com, or just Google K2 Global Communication, and you can find both of them there. And thank you for the opportunity today, and thank you for spending time with us.
Yes, thank you very much. We really appreciate you taking 40 minutes to be with us. So thanks a lot. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.